Короче, вот так щелкни, ты переключишь на вот этот слайд. Нет, на вот это.
So I'll just turn the computer. It might be easier just to do it like this so that we don't have to stand on this side. You can stand over here. Yeah. I'll bring the little chair.
Hello, guys.
Can you stay here? It's more comfortable.
Okay, whatever you prefer.
Merci.
Hello, guys. I'd like to invite you to see our presentation. My name is Andriy, Shion, and Timur. We're going to present. We're going to talk about Canada, and I have one question for you guys. Have you ever been to Canada?
No.
Raise your hand. Yeah. So, and another one more. Do you know one of the most famous and beautiful places in the world, and the most beautiful place in Canada?
No.
No? Mr. GP, do you know?
Banff.
Banff.
Incorrect.
No.
Incorrect.
And it was incorrect. So, Timur? Niagara Falls. Yes.
Oh.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
One of the most beautiful places in the world. It's located on the border with USA. By the way, like in USA, in Canada, people speak English, but not only.
So basically we can say that Canada is bilingual country because they have two official languages, English and French. English is spoken by 60% of the population, so mostly they speak English. However, French is spoken by 24% of population. Maybe you want to ask me what about other 16%? So other 16% use their own language to socialize in Canada. Own languages, for example, like Portuguese, Chinese, Ukrainian, Spanish, Lithuanian, Polish, German, and so on. I want to tell you briefly about history of Canada. So Aboriginal people, also known as native people or people of the First Nation. So these are a mix of Indus and Eskimo, people who lived in Canadian land before Canada was discovered. So basically, they didn't even know that they live in Canada because there was no such a country like this. Samuel de Champlain, he is a French founder. He founded the city of Quebec. It's a French-spoken city now. It was in 1608, July 3rd. He brought also diseases from Europe. So native people they didn't have a good immune system to fight against these diseases. So it caused lots of people die. Confederation of Canada in 1967. In that time, fathers of Confederation attended to the conferences and decided to combine three British colonies together to create 4 provinces of Canada. One of the biggest provinces is Quebec. Second one, Ontario. Then New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, they're kind of small. This is how new Dominion of Canada was formed in July 3rd, 1867. And Sir John Macdonald. He's a very important person for Canada because he was the first Prime Minister and one of the Canada's father of Confederation. Here's an interview of Brett. He's from Canada. We asked him some questions.
It's on the tab on the left.
Ah.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you. I'm good.
Louder.
I heard.
Wait. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой.
Full screen.
From some that you're
from Canada.
You heard correctly.
Yeah. So can I ask you some questions about Canada history?
Absolutely, you can.
So question number one: how has English come to Canada?
The natives that first lived in Canada, they were having a booming fur trade and they were making a lot of money. So European countries, Britain and France, came over and there was a war for Canada to control the fur trade. The English or the British won, and that's why we speak English today. But the French, they are more prevalent on the east coast of Canada, in Quebec and New Brunswick, as well as parts of Ontario.
Thank you. Has there been a conflict between English and other languages?
There was that conflict between the British and the French, but there's also been a conflict between the native Indians who first lived here in Canada, I guess, and the British who took over Canada during the fur trade. And the British took the natives and put them into residential schools and forced them to learn about English traditions. And the natives had to leave their tribes' cultural norms and cultural dialects behind in order to learn English.
Thank you. You told me that Canada speaks two official languages, French and English. Which provinces speak English and which speak French?
Ontario has French schools. Quebec is mostly French speaking, and New Brunswick also has French parts of it. But the rest of Canada, the majority of it would speak English.
Okay. Thank you for.
Welcome.
So now I'll talk about education system in Canada. So compulsory starts when children are 4 or 5, which is the age of they start learning in kindergarten.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. The elementary school is from grades 1 to 8, and high school is 9 to 12. But actually, compulsory ends at 16, the age of 16. So unless they graduate from junior high school, they can like work for like whatever they want. You know, like some people like drug addicted and like just drop high school or something. And actually, the system in Canada is like almost the same as in USA. Besides the fact that they have to learn French. So in like Ontario and Quebec, they have to learn French from grades 4 to 9. And in Quebec, they speak French, like that's their first language. So that they have to learn English as their second language.
Yes.
Yeah, next one. So how's the English used in Canada? So like labels of products in Canada are written in both recognized official language, like English and French. You know, like maybe in some parts which speak maybe like German or Polish, maybe they write it in those language, because there's French and English as well. Street size are basically written in English, like basically everything is written in English and French in Canada. And
So it's some unique expressions. They used "ew" like in the end of the sentence.
So like you say like maybe like what's up, eh? Or like this guy's idiot, eh? Like something like that.
So took, they use this word like we use in English hat, winter hat. They use this word for winter hat. And Chesterfield, it's like they don't even use it now, but it was like how Brad said it was in his grandmother age when she was young. They use it like for a word coach to sit with.
What word?
Coach.
Couch. Yeah, so far.
So, in which other ways has English influenced the people of the country? So, does everybody know that Quebec and wants to separate from Canada? Yeah, think everybody knows.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened? So Quebec wants to separate from Canada because it's full French-speaking place.
As I said.
Yes, as Sean said, and people in Quebec they follow French traditions, and they basically they don't like English-speaking people. I mean, yeah, so they want just French, and they want to be separate from Canada. Yeah, and also if you go to Quebec, you will see that everybody speak French. Yeah, they know English, but like just like maybe
Yeah, first
intermediate
one.
level, you know, like yeah,
Like second language.
yeah, like second language. And all of the signs in the city, like everywhere, signs are written in French. And so yeah, it's how it's influenced people. And yeah, here are our image sources. Worksite.
Let's move right along. Any questions for the presenters? Thank you, guys.
Я когда смеялся, я подумал, сейчас, блядь, Брэд такой, нахуй, возле пива на столе такой.